Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I wanted to speak on this next phase of energy dynamics and psychological warfare that, for the faint of heart, the weak minded, and the lighthearted, you're fucked. You're not going to survive through this. This Mercury retrograde alone will finish you. For those of you with strong minds, strong hearts, and a strong soul to make it through and persevere no matter what, victory is yours, baby. And we are in Gemini season. When we talk about telepathy, when we talk about processing of brain function, we're talking about Libra, which is the cardinal action of directing thoughts and the action of writing and the action of communicating, hence it being a social sign, and that we engage socially, even with ourselves, to socialize, whether through intrapersonal or interpersonal communication. Gemini represents the state and experience of mutable thoughts, the spirit of wind for you sun and Geminis, okay? The wind blows left, it blows here, it blows there, it's pretty much omnipresent. And Aquarius represents knowledge. Saturn in Aquarius is strengthening the quality of the mind, which is Aquarius, the source of thoughts. If you think Nikola Tesla said the universe has a source, wherever that's Aquarius, the third heaven. And so this is the first Gemini season we've had in 30 years since Saturn is back in Aquarius. Moment of silence, because some people know what the fuck that means, what I just said. And we have North Node in Gemini. So the quality of unconscious, if you think, a lot of people don't think, and critical thinking is like super rare now, even more so in this pandemic of stupidity and cowardice. But if you think about the average processing of your brain ruled by Mercury, which enables you to process and translate what your sun is consciously aware of, there's so much phenomena that your subconscious mind blanks out so that your conscious mind can focus on what it needs to focus on. You are not just thinking one thought linearly at a time. Right now, you're reacting to a near infinite multitude of different frequencies, and not just on this physical plane. So we're also bringing into play the astral realm, where everything happens at once, the causal realm, the etheric realm, whatever you want to call these realms. Multi-dimensional realms are at play. At a single given moment, you're receptive to a multitude of vibrations simultaneously being projected at you and from you. And the thing here is, most of these energies, thoughts, feelings, and vibes and frequencies are, say it with me, unconscious or subconscious. So you are not even conscious of this dynamic. At most of you receive this as a thought, or you receive this as a feeling, or as an inner knowing. Well, congratulations. Now with the strengthening of neural pathways, you are stepping into a much more deeply powerful and easier to understand dynamic of everything I just said. Welcome to the next stage over the next 6 months of telepathic warfare that will separate who really is about this life and who is a fucking bitch. Because let me tell you something. If you are a bitch without superpowers, you are going to be a bitch with superpowers. And a lot of people think they're slick and will say things behind your back or send telepathic projections that they would never in a million years say in front of your face. And so keep that in mind. This aspect of telepathic warfare is not as simple as one person projecting thoughts to another person. There are different multidimensional aspects of you with just one realm. We're not even bringing in overlapping different realms. So it's really misleading to now try and dumb down the multidimensional nature of this conflict in a linear way that makes sense under the realm of conventional logic. Conventional logic, which is the dumbest thing of all time, okay? I'm gonna say it again. Conventional logic is some of the stupidest rhetoric you will ever hear of all time. So outside of that, you are engaging, whether you wanted to or not, in a psychological, psychic, and magical telepathic war that will incorporate unconscious elements of feelings and thoughts you're responding to other people's unconscious at a collective, social, and individual level. I'm not here to give you a tutorial for how to maneuver this. You're amazing. You're like you have your own abilities. Only you can teach yourself how to go through this. Just don't be a bitch, and be willing to stand up for the state of your mind, what you think, and don't allow foreign energies or perceptions or judgments to invade your psyche. When you have the wherewithal to let that same force know it can suck your fucking dick. Ladies, say it with me. Tell them to suck your dick. Whether telepathically, I prefer saying it up front into someone's face. And this is where you don't want to allow complex psychological gaslighting to mistaken the vibes you feel. Don't let fallacious reasoning red herring your way out of this realization. You will see people cite the fact that you're experiencing auditory and maybe visual hallucinations. There is no way you're going to experience this while your brain is building neural pathways to integrate higher causal, mental, psychic faculty without experiencing a bit of delusion and a bit of illusion. Okay? So the way you're experiencing telepathy is through auditory hallucinations, and it being an auditory hallucination doesn't mean that you weren't receiving telepathic messages. Don't take what you hear so seriously, because everything you're hearing is just a reflection of compounded unconscious vibrations also being sent. So many of you may just get a feel of it, but I'm making this video to reassure you that you don't need to be a PhD of what's going on. Many of you are frustrated that you're confused and you don't know how to navigate this, not realizing that you're supposed to be fucking confused. This is your brain's response to learning a new skill that you were not taught and were brainwashed to believe is just in your head. Well, it is partially in your head because it's your mind that processes this experience, but it is far from fake, and it is as real as the air you're breathing right now, unless we're in a simulated reality and this is real. But still, what's up, Bird? So keep that in mind. I just made this video to let you know you are crazy, and that's the best part of yourself, but you're not making any of these experiences up. And don't let these people mercilessly gaslight you, because they're inherently insecure, weak creatures who need desperately someone to feel better than, and here you come along enabling their behavior. You better stop doing that and tell these people to suck your fucking dick, okay? Get ready, because this wave of telepathic war is not to make you afraid. This is to bolster the strength you've built and to step into your own victory. Do not let these people cross the line of your psyche. Draw that line. Defend the golden turf, which is your crown chakra and brain, and come and collect this W. Because your understanding of these dynamics through this experience and mild discomfort is going to, one, help you understand what you've been experiencing for the last 10 years, two, be so much clearer in what you're hearing to where it's undoubtable, and three, really challenge forces who know better but wish to gaslight you as so to weaken your resolve and determination. Don't be afraid to look crazy. Nobody knows shit. The scientists that are trying to cite their searches will also fail to tell you that most of what they found their theories on are theories. And so no one truly knows anything really. And so you experimenting with this new way to be conscious does not have to be subject to unreasonable scrutiny and criticism in an attempt to gaslight you, who is actually being a revolutionary and doing what you can, sharing your true experience, Gemini, to advance human consciousness. Okay, don't be a bitch. You are a winner. Win this telepathic war. Sagittarius season is going to be the end of this first chapter before we switch gears and the North Node moves into Taurus and all of this shifts expressly physically. Stay blessed. Godspeed, baby.